in DeadBeef, and I'll be showing you this in a more recent version of a FOSA Pup 64, but it should pertain to most of the puppylinux distributions. So this is all configured pretty much. But to go ahead and assign a keyboard, what you need to do is go to under Edit, Preferences, and go to Hotkeys. And then now we're ready to set the key bindings to your liking. So for me, I have a universal key of F4 to close any opened application. So we'll go ahead and remove that. So we'll just remove, and then new playlist. This is fine, and I usually don't need toggle stop after, so we'll just remove that. I don't need this, and I don't need the help, and delete is fine. Remove current playlist. Yes, that's fine. And so you go through all this, and let me just go ahead and continue. I don't need so to play, I don't really need a return key to play. I just used a toggle pause. So here we have a toggle pause. Here what I use is M, so we'll just go ahead and assign small m key. To assign it, you go to key combination and just tap on the key that you want to use. So for me, whenever I push M for mute, it stops the player, and in effect it that's actually muting. So I find it easier to go ahead and do this, and that's become my habit. So we assign M just to toggle pause, and when we go down here, there is a another toggle pause here, and I just am used to just using M key, so I don't need another toggle pause key. So we'll just go ahead and delete that, and we'll just move back up. And these are playlist. This is the playlist. This is fine. And then go to previous. Let me just go down here first. Toggle stop after current album. I don't need this option set. So play random. I tend to use just U for unshuffle. So for me, I'm just used to assigning this as U. So we'll just go ahead and click and assign U. Okay, and next I assign N. So rather than be here, N is easier for me to remember to the next. And then stop, I don't need it because mute or toggle stop, so I don't need that. Play, I don't need because of the same reason. Previous, I just like to assign P and apply. Now before I apply, what you may want to do is, if you want to affect the DeadBeef when you're on when you're active on some other application, for example, when you want to when you're web surfing and you have a DeadBeef in the background playing, you can assign a global hotkey to, for example, to go to the next random play, but then you have to click this and then use the U key in this case, then it'll go to the next random song in DeadBeef, even if you're in some other application, but they may in fact cause conflict. So you just have to be very careful, and you may want to use this only for volume up and volume down, so which we don't have it here at this moment. Now, if you have a dedicated multimedia key, for example, to go to the next song, what you want to do is you want to set it up in this fashion. So here I'm just going to set a multimedia key and then click on this. Then in my keyboard I have to use a function key, and then it allows a F6 key to act as a MIDI key for next song. So I just do function and then F6, and then it allows for next song to be played. So I just go ahead and apply, and then we'll close, and then you'll notice that song, the mark is here. So I'm gonna apply my multimedia key of so I have to push a function and then F6, which is next. So it goes to the next song, and then now we'll do it again. So now we'll do it again. So you'll notice that it goes to the next song using multimedia key. So I'm just gonna stop it at this point. So with a toggle M and another M. So now I wanna step back and reset it again. So hotkey, and right now I have it set here. Next, I want to set it to my preference. My personal preference will just simply just N and apply. Okay. So what I just showed you is you can assign a multimedia key, and you may want to make, for example, as a global hotkey, so you can actually affect the DeadBeef songs even if you're not in not playing DeadBeef as a main application. So I hope that's clear. Now, if you consider yourself a little bit more advanced and you want to look into the file that controls the keyboard, for example, in DeadBeef, what you can do is just go ahead and open up a rocks filer and then go to .config file from the root level, and then we'll get into it and look under DeadBeef, and then here is the config file. So we'll open this up in a Genie text editor. So when you open up the config file under DeadBeef and under .config, what you're gonna see is this. And when you look at the hotkeys, for example, here, so right now I've assigned a P for previous, N for next, as we did it graphically. U is for random. So this is the you can, in theory, affect the keyboard assignment with this modification, editing of this file itself.